if I, from a fashion background, can crack CAT and get into IIM Ahmedabad, I'm sure a lot of you can. So I just wanted to share my journey so that a lot of you guys don't feel left out. I am at the age of 27 sitting here at IIM Ahmedabad. So I think a lot of people can do it. It's just about finding your own path. Do not compare yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy. Hi, I'm Arpita Khanna and I'm current PGP1 student at IIM Ahmedabad. At the age of 27, I'm sitting here entering an MBA college, and this is something that was not, if someone would have told me like a couple years ago, I would be sitting here, I would not have believed it. The journey of CAT for me has been one of self-exploration and finding myself. In fact, my entire academic and career journey has been like that. I did my 12th in biology. Then I did fashion design from NIF Delhi. And after that, I worked for some time in the industry. That made me realize that maybe my true interest does not lie in design or fashion. And I had to do a couple of jobs in different fields to come to the realization that I do lack a lot of understanding of basic business concepts. And that's when I realized I want to do an MBA. Now, how do you get into doing an MBA with WorkX, with that sort of a weird profile, without doing any math, without doing any stats, without doing any of that? So I decided to just appear very casually for CAT back in CAT 2022. And that's the time I got to know about Unacademy. I took the subscription, but at that time, I was the one who was not able to study along with the hectic work schedule that I had because I was working in sales at that time. Although there was a lot of good material and I was able to study on my own, I was unable to crack CAT that year, but I still had been selected for IIM Ahmedabad's interview. So that was the first time I got the taste of it, which made me realize, this prep journey made me realize that I'll need to spend dedicated time towards studying quants, building foundation concepts. And I wanted to do all of this at my own time. I wanted to do all of this wherein I am able to understand the concept at my own pace. As someone who's not studied math at all ever since class 10th, and even then I did not study it very well. So I wanted to do it at my own time, and I could not just join any course because they will have their own pace. So I decided to go with Unacademy because there are recorded classes and recorded sessions that I can watch. Even for a 2-hour math class, I would sit down for 5 hours at times, so that I can understand everything at my pace, keep on skipping, keep on pausing, keep on going through the examples and all of that. So my journey is very personal to me. I'm sure there are a lot of you guys who can relate to that. We who are not from math background find it a little difficult. So I think Unacademy comes handy there. Apart from that, I took a lot of practice papers. So there's an option to do regular practice. So every day I would set aside 2 to 3 hours to do just practice. So I would practice, let's say, 20 questions in verbal ability, 20 questions in reading comprehension. And that practice and doing that every day and making that habit actually helped me. And I decided to give my final attempt of CAT in the year 2024. So CAT 2024 is the year that I gave my final attempt, and I managed to secure an admit at IIM Ahmedabad. I also brought this along with me to show you guys. And yes, this is how you actually get it in your dream B school. I'm sure it's a dream for a lot of you guys. So yeah, my journey has been about trying to find my flaws, acknowledging my flaws, then working on the flaws at my own pace. And while working at these flaws at my own pace, trying to build a routine, trying to build a habit, trying to build a foundation of all these concepts. And yes, Unacademy did help. I saw a lot of recorded videos. I would watch it at 0.75x speed at times in mathematics and in quants and in logical reasoning, because I would actually find it very difficult, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So let me break it down to you how I went ahead with my CAT preparation with a job. So for any working professional out there, I know it is difficult, but it is possible. What you need to do is you need to find some time, whatever time you can find, and every day at the same time you have to do the same thing over and over again. So consistency is truly the key here. What I personally did was I divided my time with respect to what all subjects I need to study. So I know that in VARC I would not need to dedicate that much time. So I would look at VARC only on the weekends or occasionally and just do questions. So I would not do a lot of classes for VARC. When it comes to LRDI and quants, I knew that I had to develop a lot of basic foundations in both of these subjects. So what I did was, I started watching the pre-recorded videos at a slower speed, at a 0.75 speed, and I would pause it and I would write down the formulas, practice a few more questions, do a lot of test papers. There's an option to practice whatever concepts you studied. So there is again the practice option. I would practice a lot of questions. Then I would also go ahead and take mock tests. There are previous year mock tests and all that are available on the Unacademy platform as well. So that helps. So initially what I did was I tried to cover as much course as I could in both LRDI and quants at my own pace, dedicating my time towards that on the weekdays. And then on the weekend, I would sit down and do more of questions and more of analyzing what all I've done, what all I've done wrong. And every mock that I gave, I would actually, if it's a 2-hour mock, then I'll sit for another 2 hours to analyze the mock, to see where I went wrong, to then focus on those questions, those topics again, so that I can bank on my strength. Nobody's going to ask you if you've cracked CAT while solving easy questions or difficult questions. You just have to realize where your strengths lie. If you're good at something, be excellent at it. Make it your differentiating factor. So I know that VARC was easy for me, so I wanted it to be my differentiating factor so that nobody can do it better than I do. Of course, I mean, that's the mindset you go with. So I think finding your strengths, working on that, finding your weaknesses, acknowledging it, working on that so that you at least clear the sectional cutoff in that area. That's how you should study. If you go in with just studying with the mindset of studying, nothing's going to work out. So you have to have an agenda. I think a lot of the students who get into this prep do not understand how to study. So I think another thing that helped was there were a few teachers so I was looking at all these recording classes from a lot of teachers. So I reached out to a few of these teachers who were actually available to give some insight on how previous year students have cleared their exams. So I think that also helped. They were able to connect me to a few students who have already taken coaching from Unacademy, who studied from the same teachers. We have a maths teacher, quant teacher, Mr. Ravi, so he really helped. So I think it's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort. You have to find time, you have to spend your time doing the right thing that actually pays well in the end. So yeah, you just have to have a good mentor. And if you're able to find a good mentor in your teacher, nothing like it, they'll guide you. And I have personally, Ravi sir has helped me in quants as well, and in general in the entire prep. And after you've cleared the CAT, that's when you need to be sure that you have to do well in your interviews, because a major chunks of all the top IIMs, they do give a lot of weightage to interviews. So for that, there is again more interview prep and the other courses that you have to work on. You have to be more self-aware for that. So I think this is pretty much the entire process. And in the end, I would like to say, if I, from a fashion background, can crack CAT and get into IIM Ahmedabad, I'm sure a lot of you can. So I just wanted to share my journey so that a lot of you guys don't feel left out. I am at the age of 27 sitting here at IIM Ahmedabad. So I think a lot of people can do it. It's just about finding your own path. Do not compare yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy. So I think that's pretty much what I wanted to share. Thank you so much. Happy learning.